Be me 28. Software engineer, work from home. Life is an algorithm, optimized, predictable, efficient. Live in a quiet apartment complex on the 3rd floor. My sanctuary. Minimalist furniture, noise-canceling headphones, high-end espresso machine. I like things orderly. Wake up at 6 a.m., gym, code, read, sleep at 10 p.m. Social life exists but is strictly scheduled for weekends. Have one main hobby, vintage mechanical watches. Spend way too much time on a niche forum called TikTok Tech. Have an online nemesis, best friend, they're named Gearhead99. We argue about mainsprings and escapements daily. Never met the guy, assume he's some 50-year-old retired engineer in Germany. Fast forward to Tuesday. Peace is shattered. Sounds like someone is wrestling a bear in the apartment next door. Apartment 3B has been empty for months. New tenant moving in. I sigh, put on headphones, turn up the lo-fi beats. 3 hours later. Loud knock on my door. Open it. Behold the chaos. Girl, maybe 25 or 26. Wearing oversized overalls covered in, is that paint or tomato sauce? Hair is a bird's nest held together by a single struggling pencil. Holding a doorknob. Just a doorknob. Not attached to a door. She looks up at me with big panicked eyes. Hi, I'm Mia, I think I broke my apartment. I look at the doorknobs, look at her. You broke the apartment. Well, the door closed and I pulled and this came off and now the rest of the door is locked and my cat is inside and I think I left the stove on. Blink exe. This is the opposite of optimization. Grab my toolbox. Walk over to 3B. The door is indeed locked, handle sheared off. Cheap landlord special hardware. I use a flathead screwdriver to manipulate the latch mechanism. Door pops open. A fat orange cat walks out, meows at me judgmentally and walks back in. Stove is not on. It's an electric stove. She was looking at the reflection of a red towel and thought it was a burner. She exhales, looking like she just defused a bomb. You are a lifesaver, seriously. I'm usually not this, okay? I am exactly this chaotic, but today is worse. It's fine, I say, keeping face neutral. Welcome to the building, I'm Anon 3A. Nice to meet you, Anon, sorry for the noise. I was trying to assemble a bookshelf and it fought back. I glance inside. It looks like IKEA exploded in her living room. Boards everywhere, screws scattered like confetti. My OCD is screaming. Do you need help? Oh God, no, I couldn't impose, I'll figure it out. She drops the doorknob again. It rolls and hits my shoe. Okay, maybe a little help. Spend the next 2 hours assembling a Billy bookcase. She tries to help but mostly hands me the wrong screwdriver. Find out she's a freelance illustrator. Works from home too. Great, the chaos is permanent. She offers me coffee as thanks. It tastes like hot mud. I drink it anyway because I was raised right. Go back to my apartment. Log on to TikTok Tech. Post update, new neighbor moved in, absolute disaster human, can't assemble furniture to save her life, cute though. Gearhead99 replies instantly, careful Anon, chaos is contagious, stick to your watches, they don't talk back or break doorknobs. I chuckle, you sound like a grump, Gearhead. I prefer pragmatic realist, also I just bought a busted 1950s Omega, the dial is trashed, wish me luck. 2 weeks pass. The sitcom life begins. Mia is a walking entropy generator. Monday, I hear a scream, she saw a spider, I have to go remove it, it was a piece of lint. Wednesday, fire alarm goes off, she tried to make toast. Friday, she knocks on my door at 11 p.m. Anon, do you know how to get gum out of a carpet? Why is there gum in your carpet? I stepped in it outside, didn't notice, and did yoga. I go over with ice cubes and a scraper. We spend 30 minutes freezing gum off a rug. She's sitting cross-legged, watching me work. You have nice hands, she says suddenly. I pause, thanks, they're good for fixing things. I bet you're like, remarkably calm, do you ever freak out? Internal screaming only, keeps the property value up. She laughs, it's a snort laugh, unintentionally charming. I finish the job. You should let me cook you dinner, she says, to make up for the gum and the spider and the door. I think about the mud coffee. How about I cook, I suggest, you bring the wine. Deal, but I'm warning you, I'm a cheap date, 2 glasses and I start singing show tunes. The dinner. I make a risotto, precise, creamy, perfect. She brings a bottle of wine that actually isn't terrible. We sit on my balcony. She's wearing a dress that isn't covered in paint for once. Actually looks really pretty. We talk. She's passionate, talks about art, colors, the struggle of freelancing. She asks about me. I write code, I fix bugs, I make things run smooth. Sounds satisfying, but don't you ever want to, I don't know, splash paint on the canvas, break the code? Broken code means lost money, I like order. Order is safe, she nods, but chaos is where the magic happens. She gestures with her wine glass and almost spills it on my white shirt. I catch the glass reflexively. See, she grins, reflexes, you need chaos to keep you sharp. I can't argue with that logic. Later that night. Log onto the forum. Me had dinner with neighbor, she's actually refreshing, dangerous for my white shirts, but refreshing. Gearhead 99 sounds terrible, I hate unpredictable people, had a client today who changed their mind 5 times on a commission. People should be like gears, consistent. Me, you restore watches for a living, thought you were just a hobbyist. Gearhead 99 side hustle, keeps the lights on, currently battling a mainspring that hates me. Me, try heating the casing slightly, sometimes the old oil acts like glue. Gearhead 99, I'll try that, thanks nerd. Month 3. We are officially friends who hang out constantly. I fix her printer, she draws a caricature of me as a knight in shining armor holding a screwdriver. I help her carry groceries, she forces me to watch trashy reality TV. I'm starting to like the noise. My apartment feels too quiet when she's not banging on the wall to ask if I have sugar. One rainy Saturday. Power goes out in the whole block. Storm is raging. Knock on door. It's Mia holding a candle and her fat cat. I don't like thunder, she whispers. She looks small, vulnerable. Come in. We sit on my couch under a blanket. I light my emergency camping lantern. The cat surpounds, falls asleep on my lap. She leans her head on my shoulder. Heart rate monitor elevated. Anon. Yeah. Thanks for not being a creep and for putting up with me. You're not that bad, you keep life interesting. I think I like you like you. She hides her face in the blanket immediately after saying it. I smile. Put my arm around her. I like you too, you disaster. We kiss. It's clumsy, she bumps my nose. It's perfect. The relationship. We start dating. It's a clash of civilizations. She leaves socks everywhere, I organize them. I stress about schedules, she drags me out for midnight ice cream. I start teaching her how to be slightly more organized. She teaches me how to relax. I still haven't told her about my watch obsession, it's my nerd secret. She hasn't told me much about her online life either, says she has weird hobbies. The conflict. I have a massive deadline, stress levels critical. Mia is trying to be helpful but is hovering. She spills water on my desk. Misses the laptop but hits my notes. I snap. Mia, please just stop, you're everywhere, I need space, I need quiet, I can't think with you bouncing around like this. Silence. Realize I messed up. Her face falls. Right, sorry, I'll go. She leaves, door clicks shut softly. No thud, just a click. The silence returns. It's deafening. I try to work but I feel like trash. Check the forum to vent. Me snaped at my GF, she was trying to help but caused a mess, I feel like a jerk, silence is overrated. Gearhead 99 replies, you idiot, order is comfort but affection is rare, go fix it, a watch can wait, a person won't. Me, you're surprisingly wise today, Gearhead. Gearhead 99, I'm in a mood, my own neighbor friend guy I like is being a stressed out robot, men are stupid. Wait. Read that again. Neighbor friend guy I like. Stressed out robot. My brain starts spinning gears faster than a tourbillon. I look at previous posts from Gearhead 99. Just moved into a new place, walls are thin, 3 months ago. Neighbor helped me with a bookshelf, he's cute but stiff, 3 months ago. Broke a doorknob today, mortified, 3 months ago. Eating risotto, it's amazing, 2 months ago. Holy shit. I rush to the wall. I look at her profile on the forum. She posted a picture of the busted Omega a few weeks ago. I zoom in on the background of the photo. There on the messy desk is a caricature drawing of a knight holding a screwdriver. My jaw hits the floor. Mia is Gearhead 99. The grumpy, technical, cynical vintage watch expert online is my chaotic, clumsy artist girlfriend. It makes no sense and total sense. She uses the forum to vent her OCD technical side that she suppresses in real life because she thinks people expect her to be the artsy girl. Or maybe the watch repair is the only thing she is asterisk precise about. The grand gesture. I grab my own favorite watch, a vintage piece I restored. I grab a marker. I write a note. Go to her door. Knock gently. No answer. Mia, I know you're in there, I'm sorry. Silence. I have advice from a mutual friend. He says I'm an idiot. Door cracks open. She's been crying, red eyes. Who is she? Sniffles. A guy named Gearhead 99. He says I should heat the casing if the oil acts like glue, and that I should fix things before they break for good. Her eyes go wide. Wider than when she broke the door. She stares at me. Your TikTok tech. Nibnoob, that's my username, but yeah. She opens the door fully. No way, you're the guy who lectured me on escapement velocity for 3 hours last week. And you're the one who told me to stop whining about modern lubricants. She starts laughing. Hysterical, relief-filled laughter. I called you a robot to your face and online. And I called you a disaster human. I restore watches to calm down, she admits. It's the only time my hands don't shake. I didn't tell you because it seemed, not artsy, too nerdy. Mia, I code for fun and collect springs. We are the same kind of nerd. I pull her into a hug. I'm sorry I snapped. I love your chaos. It balances my equation. She buries her face in my chest. I love your order. Someone has to keep me from accidentally burning the building down. Epilogue. 1 year later. We moved in together into a bigger unit on the 4th floor. One room is the clean room, computers, watches, tools, strictly organized. The rest of the apartment is a colorful explosion of art and life. We spend Friday nights sitting side by side at a long desk. I'm coding. She's wearing a jeweler's loop, fixing a 1920s Rolex with steady hands she doesn't show anyone else. Sir Pound sleeps on the router because it's warm. Life isn't perfectly optimized anymore. It's messy, loud, and occasionally doorknobs fall off. But looking at her sticking her tongue out while she calibrates a balance wheel, it's the best version of reality I could have programmed. Happy ending achieved.